Hi, it's Saturday, so it's time for another vibe. I'm going to use my environment to inspire me today. It is snowing and really cold, so the vibe is going to be Cold Girl. To help me set the mood, we'll start with my beverage, which is going to be coffee. So I actually have beans from my favorite roaster, which is located in Rogers, Arkansas. It's Onix coffee, and this one is their southern weather. It says it's a medium roast with taste of milk chocolate and caramelized citrus. It's a very easy drinking coffee with like a full flavor and no real bitterness, in my opinion. I've made a latte, and so it's coconut milk, and then to go with the vibe, I have some International Delight Paris Hilton sweet and spicy. Yeah, that's a little embarrassing, but it's called That's Hot because it's sweet and spicy. I actually really like it. I wish it was a little spicier, but I put a little with the coconut milk and then use that to steam to make the latte, and it is delicious. So for scent, I wanted something that kind of went with that. I'm outside in the cold, just having a great time. And so I'm going with Finery Mysterious Nomad body spray, which I got at Target. The Finery website, or actually the Target website, a faraway place yet to be discovered with bergamot, black pepper, and hinoki wood. I looked up hinoki because I have noticed that it is appearing in more of the scents that I like, whereas it used to be sandalwood or cedar was the primary wood I was seeing. I've been seeing hinoki a lot, and the internet tells me that hinoki is a fresh, clean, woody evergreen with bright, citrusy, and slightly spicy notes, reminiscent of crisp forest air, lemon peel, and soft incense. It says that it is less heavy than cedar, but more complex than pine. And it is a Japanese cypress evergreen. So there you go. So we've got our crisp, bright forest air, woody notes. Since it's a body spray, I can spray with abandon. As you may know, the Finery scents are takes on other more expensive fragrances, and I believe that Mysterious Nomad is a take on Byredo's Gypsy Water. I don't have that scent, so I can't tell you if they are similar. But I can tell you that Mysterious Nomad is very pleasant. It is a light scent. It does not have that body spray scent that most body sprays have. But it is light. And just smells like clean wood with there is kind of a piney scent there. And I smell the black pepper as well. And some citrus. I don't know that I would pick it out as being bergamot, but definitely some citrus. Fresh and clean wood. All right. So I've got to get down to business with the makeup. Try to make this work. I've already put on my skincare, so I'm moisturized and got my sunscreen on, especially since I'm going to be outside and cold. I'm just going to use the Versed skin tint today because I'm kind of embracing this cold girl look. I'm not worried about looking too pale, and the shade that works best on me in this is a little light for me. So again, this is the Versed Multi Serum Skin Tint, and it's got SPF 40 in it. And I have shade 2N, which is the lightest neutral shade that they have. And like I said, it is a little pale, but it is a good match for my skin. It's a winter shade match. Where is my brush? Okay, here we go. I just realized the beginning of this video is very Target forward. Versed is at Target, and I'm sure if you have a Target with a market in it, that they would have the International Delight It's Hot. Can't get Onix there though. I actually get my coffee through Beans. I have a Breville, and when I bought it, it came with a subscription to Beans, and I get, like, for every $100 I spend, I get $25 back. But I really like having them send me a new two boxes of coffee a month. That's about how much I go through, about £1.50. Most brands, it's 12 ounces is the coffee. I do think that the Onix is only 10, which is a little frustrating, but it's so good, I don't care. My absolute favorite coffee bean is Onyx's Monarch. It is an espresso roast, but it's so smooth. And so it has this just natural sweetness to it. So good. But this southern weather, it's the first time I've had it, and I really like it. Okay. Looking very pale. Blend it all in. Gonna kind of get rid of any brush marks. The wet beauty blender. Oh, and that brush that I was using, that is also from Target. It's one of the Sonia Kashuk. Let's see. Sonia Kashuk. It's their foundation brush. I use it. I really like it for putting on foundation. So most of the time, it's the brush I'm using. But I don't know that I ever said that before. I think I am going to use a little bit of concealer. I do have some dark circles going on. I use my favorite concealer also because it is the lightest concealer that I have. It's the Refy in shade 3. I don't know if that'll do much with my skin tint being so light. The thought is that by putting lightness that goes up like that, it kind of lifts your eyes. Anything I can do to kind of help pull things back and up, even if it's just an illusion, I'm good with. All right, okay, so we've got concealer, skin tint. I'm gonna put on kind of my face framing, let's call it that. I'm not gonna use a true contour today, but I am gonna use one of the Salt New York tints in shade Old Gum. It's part of their collab that Salt New York did with Hannah Louise Poston. So it's this shade right here, this middle one. It's kind of a pinky browny beige color. It's just adds some structure to my face. The blush color that I'm going to be using later is kind of a translucent color, so I need to add some depth to my face so that that blush doesn't look too hollow looking. I'm using it kind of like a blush and kind of like a contour. Again, just to kind of differentiate the planes of my face so that the color, when it comes, is not hollow looking. And again, that was the shade Old Gum. I love it. To give my eyes some definition, I am going to use one of the Make Beauty eye shaping stilos, and it's in shade, I think it's Altitude. So that's what it looks like. These are like eyeshadow crayons. They're very small, but they're in some really like neutral shades that I think are great for contour. So I don't know if you can see this color, but this is the, I think they said it was like a medium cool tone. I don't know. I can look it up and let you know. But basically, again, just to add some shape to my face, with my hooded eyes, it helps if I add some coolness and some depth. The eyeshadow that I'm going to be using is kind of pearly and pink, so I won't look so puffy up here if I add some shadow. I'm gonna use my probably most used brow product. It's just the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer in soft brown. I use this product whenever I just want my eyebrows to look not really any different, except for people to be able to tell that I have eyebrows. That's what I use this for. Like, I'm not trying to make a bolder brow. I'm not trying to look all stylized. I just want to know that I have eyebrows. Again, to just kind of frame my face a little bit better. Between my naturally dark blonde hair and then it graying, eyelashes and eyebrows disappear. Merit Solo Shadow in the Solo Shadow Sheen in Glace. So those are these. And the shade is just like a rosy champagne color. It's got a slight pinkness to it, but it's just very neutral. And it's not a glitter, but it does have a sheen to it. Got some mica in it, so it gives you some luminosity, but it's just very understated. But I think it goes with that cold, shimmery vibe I'm going for. Guess it's time for blush, since it's kind of the star of the show. I'm gonna do Westman Etilier Jam, which is in their holiday set. It's a limited shade, and this is in the mini. But it's a berry color, and it's actually very translucent, which is one of the reasons I can wear it. But I think it will give that I'm cold and I'm in the snow look. That aspen cheek look, I guess, as some people say. Ooh, that's a lot. Well, gotta balance it out. Let's try a little of this. I don't want people to think they need to save me because I'm frozen. Just look a little cold. Okay, there we go. I add a little liner. I don't want to be too stark, so I'm going to use the Sephora 12-Hour Colorful Crayon Contour in Flirting Game, which is a shimmery, cool brown color. And then just a little black mascara. As always, it's the Thrive liquid lash extensions. I've just had a little gloss on so that they wouldn't be dry and crusty. I think I'm going to line them in. I want to use kind of a cool pink color, so I've got this Covergirl Outlast Stilo Outlast lip stain, it says. I think it's meant to be like an all-over lip stain, but I really like using these as a liner. And this is in shade 20 Admire. So like this, and then it's a marker. It lasts forever because it's a stain. I don't use it all over because it is somewhat drying, but I really like them as a liner. And I like that they have this kind of cool pink tone. I find that a lot of times lip liners are so warm oriented, which can be nice too, but I like having a cool option. And then I want to look, you know, cold and frosty. So I'm going to do a little bit of matte, like a berry color. I'm going to use the Westman Etilier in Elodie. Again, this was part of a holiday set. I think this was a limited edition color. That blurry matte lip in a berry color to go with our rosy cheeks. And then I thought I would top it with Chanel Boy, which is a very cool tone shimmer color. You can see it's very beigey looking. And then gotta frost up the cheeks a little bit. I'm gonna use some highlighter. I'm gonna do the Hindash in La Luna, which is just this icy, it goes from pink to a yellowish, like a very light pink to a very light yellow gradient. And I'm going to just use a small brush for that. Go all around it so that I get a little bit of all of the color. You put a little here, a little bit on my nose. I'm going to put a little in the inner corner too. Give a little visual interest. I might need just a little bit more blush. With how reactive my skin is, sometimes it's hard for me to know what is the color of the blush and what is just the redness coming through from me putting blush on. But I can always add more. Yeah. now I look like been playing in the snow. I've got my warm wool sweater. Oh, need a little bit of setting spray because I'm embracing the dewy today and I want everything to kind of meld together. I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Spray. All right, cold girl, staying warm with the coffee. Have a great week.